Mama go and record a promo. Like she doesn't do it. She did it for me. Pastor Jerry they flew into Lagos today after his fourth service in Abuja. Moses Bliss flew in from the UK for this event tonight. And Funke Akindele flew in from Dubai for this event tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, help me honor woman to whom I owe a lot. The number one and the 001 of the Nigerian movie industry. 002 is still far behind. Ladies and gentlemen, Funke people are copying everything you've done. When did it occur to you? So the thing that makes your work beautiful is that the films are critically acclaimed. So it's not just marketing, but that the film itself is good. But what is the thing that makes you do marketing like nobody had ever done it in this industry?
Thank you, Chude. First, I need to say hello to everyone here. Good evening, beautiful people. I can see beautiful role models in the front seats. Good to see you. Good evening, Mars. Good evening, sirs. It's a great honor to be seated, speaking, being interviewed in your presence. Thank you so much for coming out for us tonight. Thank you for honoring me. Thank you for loving the brand, Funke Akindele. I don't take it for granted. Without God Almighty and you wonderful people, there is no me. God bless you all. Oh yeah, to the back to our choir. Repeat the choir.
This queen of marketing, yes. What was the thing that made you realize that this was the thing you should focus on, that you should do with such a passion?
Okay, Chude, I'm someone that gives my all into anything I'm doing. I am an extrovert. People need to take note of that. When they watch me market films, they'll be like, why is she always dancing? This is what I love doing. I've got passion for dancing. I love to dance. It's a God-given talent. And anything to sell my market, to put my content out there, for everyone to love it, to watch it, anything positive, I will do it. And you have a product. And that product is so good. There's nothing like my job will speak for itself. Before the job can speak for itself, you need to bring it out, encourage people to watch. So when they watch, they will go back to tell others, you need to see this film. Before we can become the highest grossing film, 4 times now.
Yes.
Back to back. It's a lot of hard work. Hard work, pre-production, production, post-production, marketing. We just have to keep putting it in their faces. So for me, what makes it very important for me when it comes to marketing is the fact that I need to put my content out there. You must see it, you must love it, you must appreciate it. So I eat and sleep ideas. I tell myself, what is the next thing to do? Recently, I was on social media and I saw this quote because I follow a lot of pages that's motivational quotes, and I saw it. I'm like, I'm going to do something pretty soon with this. So I'm always out there. What is worth doing is worth doing well. So I put my all into the marketing of my film.
And let's talk about what is it like every year since 2020? You have had the #1 film in West Africa. And it's that #1 is Funke, #2 is Funke, #3 is Funke, ladies and gentlemen, #4 is Funke not swell. Because I know it doesn't swell. I've spoken to, I'm your friend. And I know that you are on to the next project. But how is it not possible for you to feel, for your head not to swell?
Chude, head swell on top with. The only thing, no. If your hair starts to swell, you go forget yourself now. It's good to appreciate accolades. I love accolades. They make me want to work. They make me want to work harder. But I don't dwell on it. I don't dwell on them. Highest grossing. I bet wait the next film. As it dey hot, what am I going to do that will be different from what I've done before? How will I keep raising the bar? That's what you focus on. That's what I focus on. Yes, I appreciate the accolades. I love it. I'm grateful to God. You know, I'm very spiritual. You know, I'm very religious. I am grateful to God. You know, I look at myself and all I can say is thank God. Because many are called, but few are chosen. And God has chosen me. His grace. His grace, He can give it to anybody.
So you have to keep your
I just put my head deep down. Truly, the time you start seeing yourself, they will forget you. You'll be distracted. That's why you say I'm the biggest. Meet me in Dubai. Let's discuss the script. After that, you know what? I'm just going on a long vacation. Vacation is good, but don't forget, you need to come back to work. You need to work hard.
Yeah.
You know, you need to give yourself a break, yes. Because if you don't break, you don't go on breaks, you'll burn out. But don't forget the goal, the mission, your purpose. So that's the drive for me. Yeah.
You started a dance trend. And I think most people think that what makes the movie succeed is dancing. You know, but how do you think about the fact that every movie maker, even when I was doing this, they told me to dance. And they said I was dancing, we are taking it a bit too far. So, but you started this trend of people promoting their films using dance. How does that feel to see that, you know, it's a playful trend, become the gold standard for filmmakers across Nigeria?
Let me put it this way, when I see people pick up my ideas, use them, I'm grateful to God for being a pay center. But it's sometimes a lot of work for me. You have to start thinking out of the box again. What can you create? You're the pay center. Keep creating. And I do it. But I'm grateful to God and I admire them, you know, but it is not about dance. Let me state this clearly. I love it.
So you love to dance?
Okay. I love to dance. I love it so much. Without marketing, promotion, I dance. When I go to the gym, my gym instructor is tired. When she comes to the house, just out of 1 hour, she'll say, Auntie, let's do 40 minutes. I said, 30 minutes is okay. Dance too is workout. I must dance. Like David every time. That is how I praise God. That is me.
Yeah.
My legs must move. My body must move.
Yeah.
You like it? You don't like it?
Keep it moving.
Yes, and I just do it to market my film.
Yeah.
And they cut up the bug, and everybody is doing it. Fine. But trust me, it's not about dancing. It's about shooting, producing a good movie.
Yeah.
Great content.
Yeah.
You understand what people can read, can watch, they can learn from, they can be entertained. That is what is important. Because word of mouth is very important. If you watch the movie, you tell another person, and they will watch it. But if it is not good, if you like, dance till tomorrow.
Nobody will watch.
Nobody will watch.
Yeah, it's not about the dancing. It's about the dancing is part of a system.
The marketing, just what I love doing. My fans love me dancing. How many people love me dancing here? They say I should stop dancing. If you want me to stop dancing, raise up your hand.
If you want that to stop dancing, let me hear you.
No, raise up your hand if you want me to stop dancing. If you want me to continue to dance, raise up your hand. So when we are done, we are going to dance. Are we ready?
Are we ready? Right, okay, I want to ask this because 2020, this is why you are very inspiring. Without going through this, for me and you have discussed it on the show. 2020 was actually a tough year for me. You know, people know the news, things happened that day, that year, you know. And from the belly of the most difficult, there was a year of COVID. You know, from the belly of that difficult year, that's when you begin began your hat trick. So it's like a few months before, people are criticizing you. A few months after, the biggest selling movie in Nollywood. Now what I want is, because I was with you through that journey, but the public wasn't. What part of it can you share to a person who might be facing the toughest, darkest part of their life? And you know, people often think that celebrities don't have pain, don't have tears. So I know that how tough that was for you. How does a person take that and become a shining icon? That same year was when you started winning the box office. What did you do that we should do when we face tough times in our lives?
Thank you. Outside when I was being interviewed, they said, we're here to, how is it like for you to be here to celebrate, to support children? I said, no, we're here to impact lives. Tell a story. My experience. It's going to touch a lot of lives. People that are going through what I've been through. You know, whatever I share today will help them in passing through it. So, back then, the COVID drama, today I broke down, I cried. Because I had to say yes for when it is no. And I got home, I cried. I cried today. You remember now? I was always crying. I was depressed. But then, I didn't want to believe I was depressed. But you know how I got to know I was depressed? While we were filming on Get to Me, anybody I saw, I want to explain to them, do you know I didn't really do a party? Do you know that Naramali was there before COVID? Do you know that we are all together in the same estate, in the same house? Do you know that I had to say yes when it snowed? Then, I sat with my mom. She's late now. Like my mom, and I said, Mom, this thing is affecting me. I didn't do it. She said, Funke, you said yes because of this, Abby. Take it like that. Go to God in prayer. Today, I started praying, fasting, praying, talking to God that please turn this to glory for me. I've made a mistake. I defended myself that this is it. But people said you shouldn't have done this because people are dying. You shouldn't have brought it to the public. How we got to the public, we don't care. But we saw you. And for you to have accepted, just say sorry and move on. So I cried, I prayed, I fasted, and I accepted my fault. Acceptance is the first thing. You know, we know how to defend ourselves very well. When we are immature, a lot of us are immature. I'm sorry. When you want to keep defending yourself, you're not mature. Accept when you are wrong. Speak to yourself. I always tell people I don't have people to talk to, aside my therapist. I stand in front of the mirror and tell myself the truth. Funke, you have done this. I fasted, I prayed, and I started writing the script. Correcting the script because we couldn't travel again because of COVID. Original Mogeto script had UK scenes. So I had to change the story. So I started writing, crying, carrying my children, praying, writing. I channeled the pain to work.
Yes. Preach it.
And I was concentrating. No pity party. I didn't pick calls of those that want to just snoop. Those that want to say, hey, how is she feeling? Oh, sorry. No! I faced it. Concentrate, worked, and went into production. Gave it my all. My everything. And today, we have a Get to Highest Person film.
A round of applause for Funke. You know what I love about the story just outlined? First, acceptance. An acceptance of even where you participated in the problem. Or whatever it is, even if it was unconscious, even whatever it is, first accept. Then you cried. You felt the emotions you were feeling. After that, you got back to work. So many Nigerians don't admit the tears. You know, they don't admit the tears, they don't admit the acceptance, they don't talk about the work. That's powerful. And there's something you said. One of the things you said in your office when we went to shoot the promo was that you were proud of me because I would speak about doing therapy. you know, and you just mentioned, and it is powerful coming from you, because Nigerians always stigmatize therapy. Oh, what are you doing? You're going to talk. You know, a process to get to a place where you feel comfortable just mentioning that there is a therapist.
Oh yes. Right from the scratch, I've always known it's important, but I've never submitted myself to it. You know, I'll be like, I don't want anybody to hear about me. They'll go and carry the gist. But I was dying in silence because I was acting strong. Every time I'm strong, they throw this at me. Try to at home, family, work, society. You're the role model of a lot of people out there. And mom passed on. When mom passed on, my everything, my prayer partner, the politics, the backlash, the insults. You know, there was one video I watched there. They were mocking me. I don't have husband. Mocking, dancing with women. I don't have husband.
Oh yes, you know, political campaign in the market. Yes.
You know, I broke down, I cried. Then I just told myself, you need to speak to someone about this. You can't continue like this. You need to speak. You understand? And I reached out and I started speaking. I felt better. Things I couldn't tell people out there. I spoke to my therapist and I'm better. So I want to advise you out there. It's very important for you to speak up.
Yes.
You need it.
Yes. Are you guys
You
listening?
can't take everything.
Yes.
I'm a very strong person.
Yeah.
I have that strength. God. I'll go old face like this, say, oh yeah. I see all the insults on social media. I see all the posts. But I go talk far. They go to a stage in my life. I almost lost it mentally. Yes, that was the day I went on live video. I was in Dubai with the children. Holiday. Julie was there, Juliana Layade, and my friends and my PA. And they just called me out for something I didn't do. Because an actress, may her soul rest in peace, she passed on. And like, she was in Jenifa. Why are you now feeling bad? She passed on. She was depressed. You didn't help her. And I was really depressed. You know. I was stomaching a lot of things. You know what I did? I took my phone, entered the room, locked the door so that the Julie and Co will not enter. As I'm doing the live video, I locked the door. Some people lock the door and go and kill themselves. I thank God I could lock the door and go on live video. So I just pressed live. I did like this. What do you do? Me. That I always ignore. So there is no strong person out there. You need to speak up.
So it was because you had internalized that you were
A lot. Too much today. So I speak up. When I'm pissed, if my therapist is not around, ask Julie, I will nag in the car. I can nag to Zach, my son. Zach, you know that? Auntie, everything will okay. Auntie, don't be angry. Because you will wound yourself, not injure, you will wound your. So please always speak up. It's important. Therapy is important.
What you said is so powerful. People need, and you know, again, it's coming from me. People ask me, why do I interview a lot of celebrities? I said, you have to understand that people, when people see a celebrity say the same thing they are going through, it has a greater resonance. Because often we disrespect the ordinariness of our lives. So if Funke says it, then people feel less shame. I want to talk about the first 1 billion, Funke. 1 billion. The first one. When you got one, you know, it has never been done in Nollywood. It has never been done in any of the markets in West Africa, in West and Central Africa. And it has still not been done outside of your film. When you crossed 1 billion, what went through your mind?
Today, I didn't know I was going to cross 1 billion. So we were together filming, the crew members and I. Because when I do content with the cast, I don't forget the crew members. Because they're very important and they're my guys. We play a lot. So I call them, oh, I have these pajamas, Christmas pajamas. Let's all vibe, do videos. And we're filming. Every minute they'll put out their fingers, 1 billion. And in my head I'm like, what's wrong with this one? They want 1 billion. What is one? Can we cross 1 billion? It's okay, John, let's just take anything. Every minute they were speaking it. Even while filming, Timini and Buson, he will just be like 1 billion. Mama, 1 billion. And I was wrong with you. They only 1 billion. So when the 1 billion, when we gross 1 billion, I just stood. Prior to that time, a filmmaker told someone that they can't gross 1 billion. No, right? Like 700, 800. And when the person said, hey, anyhow, Shaq, we can gross it next year, it's okay. So I accepted. And God was like, you, go chuck you. And then it happened. And I'm like, oh wow, 1 billion. And then when I saw the post from the president, from the presidency, from the state government, I'm like, okay, Dagama, congratulate me. Sanwo-Olu, even after the election, wow. You know, I felt so good. I'm blessed and encouraged to do more, encouraged to raise stars, to empower the next filmmakers. So it's a good one for me, I must say.
You've created so many stars, Funke. I mean, you've created so many stars, Juliana, you know, what's his name? How can I forget his name? You know, the light can make you confused. And then, you know, look at even Uzo Aruko. You know, he had been acting, but that character, a child called Judah, the world paid attention. You've made directors stars. You know, you've made producers stars. You've made DOPs stars. You've made scriptwriters stars. You made my former assistant, all I did was a small introduction. To say, Funke, for someone that said, Biola, he's now the king of PR. I said, I know the person for you, Funke. Biola Olaore Williams, one of the finest crisis managers in this country. You've made Biola a front star. You have that gift. You know, where do you think it comes from?
So my mom, you know, my mom, she would tell us back then, it's not the amount of wealth you acquire, it's the number of lives you touch that really matters. Mom would tell you, Lord help me, Lord help me. I'll go and complain now. Mommy, do you not give her room? Tomorrow she's not talking to me again. No. I said, so did you do it for her? If you didn't do it, God will send another person. He's blessing you. Mom will say you need to keep raising stars. Because that's what my mom used to do. If you come to her mom, make sure that you eat, she gives back. So mom will remind you, you need to raise stars, you need to give back codedly. You understand? Privately. You need to support, you need to appreciate God, love God, respect God. You need to respect people. So is my mom. May her soul continue to rest.
May her soul rest in peace. Amen. And I don't know about your mom, you know, because I know that's a thoughtful, but you've hinted about, you know, how mourning her. So I want to talk about, so I want to go back to business, you know, I want to go back to business. I don't want us to enter that space. I think one of the things that annoys me personally, I told you, is that because of the shine, because of the celebrity, people don't see that you are a businesswoman with incredible structure. You know, you work with the same people over and over again. You go to your office, there are proper studios, proper sets. That 1 billion is not just because you're a great actor, which you are. It's not just because you dance, which you are great at. It's because you've known how to build structure that replicates success. Does it annoy you when people don't see the behind-the-scene institution building that leads to this success just because it's entertainment?
And today, not all people, some people. For me to have done it 4 times, I have a track record.
Yes.
So they know the great filmmakers in Nigeria. Look, Funke is one of them.
Yes.
Let's talk to Funke.
I have to say this. You didn't tell me to say it, but those of us in the industry know the bidding wars the streamers do to acquire a Funke movie once it comes out of the cinema. Let me just say, continue.
So they know the great filmmakers, the good filmmakers. So they will always come to me. I don't care about what you think. No, I don't care about that. So when when it comes to funding, getting facilities and the rest, when I submit my proposal, you will see the structure now. You will know it matters to those that matters. So people of little minds, I don't really care about them.
Yeah, I love it. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? Final 2 questions. One is, I realize how powerful your brand is when you entered into politics and came out just as you went in with a sparkling brand. That is, it didn't corrupt the brand, it didn't make you lose fans, People respected you as a professional who was going to do her bit. Were you afraid going into politics that you might lose some things? And how did you feel when you came out, you just went back to work and people accepted you?
Going into politics for me was crazy. Let me use that word. I went into it because I wanted to make a change. I wanted to be part of the change. You know, I wanted to do something for the young people, for the youth, for women out there, children. You know, I am very particular about them. When I was driving in, Julia will tell you, I was so concerned about the young creatives. How they say, Julie, waiting, what more you see? I'm sure she's just a creative. Look at them with their tripods. Oh, they are here to create content. They just want to come and network. Maybe they will meet somebody that will give them job. I said a prayer. I said, oh Lord, give me that facility, that funds, the structure to empower more creatives, to fund them, because I am very passionate about it.
I've been doing that behind the scenes.
Yes, I do a lot behind the scenes. I'm so passionate to the extent that I become Margaret Thatcher. Why do I beg? Why did you cover your body up? Why can't you? You are a writer. If you are a writer, you should be able to if you write books, you should be able to do screenplay. Come and learn screenplay. You are an actress. I was telling Julie, I said, Julie, we are in Dubai. You are just an actress. If you start producing, let me teach you how to be a producer. This project we're about to start, come and do associate producer. It is very important. So this is what I do in my domain. So I want to come out. I want to do it on a big scale. I want to empower young people. I want to train. And I'm working on it. I had the blueprint, creative blueprint masterclass during the Women's Month. Next year, by the grace of God, we should have a boot camp. We should have funds to give to them. Once they submit their proposal, they can defend it. Let us help them. Somebody helps me now. It wasn't easy for me, but I'm a grantee for MacArthur Foundation. Yes, I've done a lot of stuff with Amazon Prime. I need to support, I need to give back. That is why I went to politics. Getting into it, seeing the violence, seeing the shouting. Before, I couldn't stand crowding. Hey, Jesus, if you put me where crowded, hey, Jesus, oh, wow. I shall know me alone. Hey, when you see the boys, people, my principal said, go there and talk to them. I said, sir, he said, you will go and stand. You want to change lives, go and stand there. Then I started watching female politicians. You know, the way they speak, the way they speak, and the way they command respect, authority. And I'm like, hey, you're not alone, you can do it. And I stood and spoke. I learned that from there, that you have to be bold, you have to be courageous, you have to be strong. What will be, will be. Fear will only put you in a place. So all this I learned from politics. And I got to know a lot of numbers. I got educated more, acquired more knowledge. You know, I'm reading more now, knowing more about my country, knowing more about my state. When I want to speak, I'll speak with the statistics, you understand, with the data. Not just So, I am glad I went to politics.
You're glad you went into politics.
And ask me, am I going to do it again?
Oh, I love it. You heard it first. Ladies and gentlemen, the 001 of Nollywood and movie making in West Africa. They don't like you, they come and beat me after. Funke Akindele. Thank you already. A round of applause to my dear sister, the success of this.